Good morning, Brew Crew. Welcome to the CR&E Morning Brew. It is February the 6th of 2025. Oh, February already. First show of February. I think first show of February. Good to see everybody in here. Good to see Tammy here, and Ray, and James. Morning, James. Al was in here bright and early last night when I posted this. Good to see Al. Buckeye Western, good morning. Kind of going backwards today. Hopefully everything sounds okay. There's John Skokill. Good morning, John. John, you're going to be coming up in your busy season there real soon, aren't you? With taxes and everything. Work rate's 55 today. Okay. That's not bad. Let's see who else we got there. Tennessee River Union. Good morning, Chris. Dave, BNSN scale. Good. You're here last night, 10:30. Same thing with you, Curly. 10:35 last night. Okay, Al gets the cookie, 9:27 p.m. last night when I put this up. So, okay. Good to see y'all in here. If you don't mind hitting that like button on your way in, it'd be appreciated. There's Mr. Floyd Robbins. Morning, Floyd. Afternoon, Andy. How you doing, Andy? Hot dog pilot. There's my buddy Anthony. We're the Sunbelt. Good morning. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon. Good morning, Dwayne. There's Mike, Deep Run Railroad. Mike. Good morning, Mike. Grandpa Rails. Get him, Grandpa Rails. All right, there you go. Oh. Okay. So, yeah, woke up this morning to everything being coated in ice. Everything. I don't like ice. Give me the snow over the ice. Twisted MacGyver's trains. Good morning. Yeah, I think I got everybody. All right, well, I've been working on building this with another my jack crane from Walters. They give me 3 cranes for my intermodal yard. This is an older one. I mean, they're all old, you know. I bought this like used off of it was eBay or what it was off of. Some of the plastic was really brittle. These handrails are kind of a pain in the neck when you cut them out anyways, you know. Easily breakable. So basically got it built. I'm going to probably try to airbrush it today. My other 2 are yellow. So I'm going to paint that before I add it because I'm going to put the glass in and then the floor in. I usually put a little guy or something in there, you know. And then I'll glue that on. But other than that, it's pretty much done. I'm working on that. Next project is I'm going to start working on these mobile homes that Lynn McCurdy gave me. So I'm looking forward to that. Jason the Train Freak, good morning. Happy birthday, John. John, is it actually your birthday? I think every week's your birthday. I think people are trying to scam me here. I don't know. Dog stood off the deck and did a face plant in the yard. There's so much ice. Huh. It's funny, but not funny. I feel bad for the dog. Hope he didn't get hurt. But I feel you. You know, like I said, I work in pre and post op, so I'm sure we'll be fixing a lot of hips and stuff over the next couple of days. Then you get some kind of snow or ice. somebody falls and breaks something. Just don't want it to be me. So I'm sure we'll be fixing a lot of that. Thomas's trains. Let's see, I was on the old nickel plate railroad tracks. I found the 1940s, 50s, and nickel plate railroad spike. The old Cloverleaf was in Evansville, Indiana. That's cool. I'll tell you what, man, I've never met somebody that knows so much about railroad spikes. But hey, you're the guy. If you ever had a question about spikes, you're the guy to go to. Every day's my birthday day, and just ask some of these guys. Yeah, that's what I mean, John. I think it was just your birthday last week. I know it was Joe Rader's birthday yesterday. I don't think he's in here. But happy birthday to Joe Rader. I think it was yesterday. Happy birthday to him. Got a little something I want to send over to him. School's closed today because of the ice. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. You know. Well, now I had to go up to the store this morning, and roads are pretty good. They had salt in it. Everything really good, so no issues there. John refuses to tell anybody when his actual birthday is, so every day will be his birthday, so we don't ever miss it. Ah, I gotcha. Okay, see, now I'm in on a joke. Hey, that's not a bad thing, right? Especially if you get gifts every day, you know. People don't know when it is. Maybe you get something every day. It was just a little snow there. Surprised to see the old nickel plate rails are still there since 1940. Yeah. Saying hi to everybody. Yeah, Jason's been working on my upper level plan. Slowly getting there. My intermodal yard, I think, is going to be huge. Bigger than what it was going to be. And maybe even bigger than that. I don't know. We'll see. Might be a good portion of my upper level. Two walls worth. So we'll see how it all plays out. Hey, good morning, Hot Rod Rodney. Happy birthday, John, too. Good morning to you. Hey, good morning, Ron. New Haven Rails. Look like you guys had a good show. I feel like I missed a good show this year. It looked like a lot of people enjoyed it, which understandably, the Amherst show is a really good show. Maybe I'll get back up there next time. You have space between intermodal and town for a smaller industry. The scrapyard, maybe. I was thinking about that because I have the one scrapyard, head scrap. We scrap your crap. I got that, and then maybe an industry that would take the scrap, like do something with it. I don't know if there needs to be another scrap yard, or I got used to make those pipe loads. CR&E pipe company. I wonder if I could take scrap over there. I don't know how they make pipe, to be honest with you. I don't know how they do a lot of things, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of winging this. I guess I would have to do some research on just something small that would take that, or even do something when they take scrap and like recycling type scrap, like maybe old wash machines and refrigerators and that kind of stuff. Or even just an auto junkyard, You don't even have to be served by trains, really. It's an idea. Well, I'll have to think it through. 27,535. Is that total or for Saturday or what? Talking about the attendance at the show? Oh, yeah, where the engine house is, where it's not going to be now. Hey, Jim Tedesco. Speaking of Jim, I was just talking about him about 3D printing some stuff like that. Wash machines and ice, chest freezers and refrigerators and stuff. It would be in a scrapyard. My scrapyard is going to be Hot Rod Rodney. It's good. It's good. We used to have one here. It's called, say, Herbs. Herbs, Herbs, like Herbie. And outside on the sign, it said Herbs, but an old scrap car on the top of the sign, you know. Sure, I mean, it was all gutted, you know. We were sitting up there. It was pretty cool. A buddy of mine, when I was a kid, he was in the mountain railroading too. So he had a layout at his house. I had one at my house. Back about, I don't know, early middle school, late grade school. So, like, you know, we'd have sleep over his house and do stuff on his layout and vice versa. It was kind of fun. But he was big into like the auto wrecking stuff. So he had a big scrapyard on his, an auto scrapyard. And he modeled that sign. It was actually pretty cool. I wish I had some pictures of those layouts. That'd be the old Polaroids at this point, but, you know. Cool stuff, you know. There's a good crowd, but it seems smaller this year. Oh, really? Because I wasn't there. Artie wasn't there. All those famous people weren't there. Famous. Right. Attendance from this year's show, 27,000. It was pretty cool. Yeah. Tetanus scrap. That's funny. I like that. Well, this is from Ed. Ed's a friend of mine. Lives in Tennessee. And he had it on his, and he had the idea of kind of franchising it out, kind of like, you know, so get other guys on their layouts and have an Ed scrap kind of thing, you know. And it was when I first got back into it, and thought it was kind of a cool idea. So that was his slogan and everything. So with his permission, I franchised it and stole the logo and everything, and or not the logo, but the slogan and that. And so he gets a kick out of it. Eddie Toombs. Iron Horse. How's the name of this thing? Iron Horse and Eastern or something like that. Paducah in Tennessee is one of his names. Anyways, Ray Bertelson, good morning. That's pretty cool, Thomas. First show of the year in Doncaster is next Saturday. All right. Apparently there's one here next weekend too. But I went to that one last spring, and it was horrible. It was just not a good show, man. It was billed as this big, Great American Train Show is what it was called, and I thought it was a real dud myself, but yeah. You have to scratch build one of those auto shredders. Yeah. I'd have to, look at doing that. Or even 3D printing one, maybe. I don't know. I have to look at it and see. Might have to, print it in pieces. Depending how big it is. That'd be cool. Hey, there's Curly. What time you showed up? I'm actually on time. The heck? Waiting for you. Bert's Scrap and Crap. That's a good one, too. I'm going to stick with Ed's. Ed Scrap, just because I just told you why. For the yard I have already, and maybe I'll do something different with the other one. But I was kind of thinking the other day that it'd be kind of nice to have an industry for that scrap to go to be used. I mean, I think they take it back to the mills to be melted down, smelted or whatever. I'm not sure. Or take scrap from these other industries to dump over there, or I don't know. I don't know how that all works. Look, I just like to run trains and kind of sort of be prototypical anyways. We have one North Little Rock thing is massive, but it doesn't just shred, it also sorts. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Cleveland Scrapland and Foundry. Is that where they would take it and be a foundry? Where do they use the scrap at? Like, where do they break it down at? You know what I mean? 'Cause I actually did think about doing a pipe company. I used to make those pipe flows. I could still make them. They're just time consuming, and I was making them and selling them actually. Foundry or a steel mill. I don't have room for a steel mill, but a foundry I might be able to do something like on a backdrop. I'm running out of backdrop space, so I wouldn't need like this huge building or anything, you know. Like well, there's Vulcan. What is that? Vulcan Manufacturing or something. I think that's kind of meant to be that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. First, I got to get something going with the track plan up there. I know, Jason, you're working on it. Appreciate that. Get to see how many hours you're going to bill me for. All the changes I keep making. But, if I'm going to go through it, I want to, make sure it's going to work. Yeah, the Vulcan kit. $500. I don't think he charged me $500 when he first worked on it. Maybe you did. I don't remember. I don't think so. Thought it would be cool, something to move your gondolas of scrap between two places. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Something. So what would they take? They would take in loads of scrap and send out empties, or vice versa? The foundry. Or are they going to be sending out scrap? Might be both. I don't know. Roads take their old railroad spikes and plates to the foundry. I guess anything steel will go to a foundry, right? No? Maybe? Yeah, no pressure, Jason. No pressure. Can I use my code? Crooked Savings. Everyone on here is going to use my code towards my bill for my track plan upgrades. So it'll be about like 80% off or something when it's all said and done. Does that sound fair? Sounds fair. I like that. Scrapyard sends loads out and foundry receives them. Okay. But the scrapyard would also take loads in too, wouldn't it? From other facilities, other places, I would think. So the scrapyard would take them in and send them out, I'm guessing. An idea for my steel mill, maybe next year. Because you got a bunch of stuff for the steel mill, right? Oh, you're talking about that, Dave. I was going to say, hey, if it's a sorting scrapyard, yes, it can also receive. Yeah, I haven't really decided. What I wanted to do is I really wanted to make that like just a really, really big facility, even though it's in a good sized space. To really do it the way I wanted to, I probably would need to have used like the end of the peninsula or something like that, where I can really spread it out. Because right now it's just like in a curve, which it's a big space for where it is, but because it kind of comes up to one side and then around the curve. So, anyways, you should deliver gases to a scrap place for cutting and such. Yeah. For acetylene torches and stuff. Service steel mills was under the last blast furnace code now. Yeah. I think we only have one mill left here in Cleveland. There should be a bunch of them. Part of a nickel plate clover leaf is a dead end. Oh, you mean the line you got those off of? Yeah. Or yeah, depending where I put it, if I had like a little backdrop or something behind it, I could always like model on the backdrop, more buildings in the back or like piles of scrap or I don't know. That's the thing. That's where my imagination is not great, It takes me a long time to visualize a scene. And then to get into my head that you don't have to build the whole thing. It can be some of it off layout. You're just giving that impression that something's there, I guess. So I got the damn hiccups. But anyways, what I've been working on, I'm going to show you some stuff. Posted a little blurb on it. It's been the, oh, there you go. So you see my entrance to the co-op. Stripe things out. This is all scratch built. That house there, the guard shack. And did a few little details and stuff on it. Cut out a piece of sheet that has the sidewalk sheet. Thank you, Anthony, from Georgia Sunbelt. He had some extra he sent me a little while back. And, weathered it up a little bit and stuff. But this big-ass air conditioner there, it's way too big for this facility, but what I want to do is find a print for like a little wall unit, window type unit through the wall, split unit type thing. Put it on the side of the building, instead of the air conditioning there. But I did put a little gas meter. You can kind of see the telephone pole there with the line running over to the back. Opposite wall of the flag, a little post there that the electric's going to that building. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, you're not wrong. Famous in my own head. Here in Arkansas, Tannenbaum Recycling has several locations all over the state. I'm running my units today. You can see them in the picture there. In my ER-NX boxcar from Tennessee River Union. It's his lease company. They either use truck or rail to send collect scrap from their satellite locations to the main location. All right. Then they shred and sort and send sorted compressed scrap bales out. See, I like that idea too. So a 60-foot boxcar spotted there in CP paint. It's Milwaukee Road, reporting march, lots of guns. Where was that at? I missed something. Oh, okay. From that comment before. Gotcha. I mean, sometimes I miss things. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. Hey, good morning, Wesley. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, it was one of the first things I attempted to scratch build. It's just parts from the old Pike stuff. I painted it tan. That's just some base material. That's also from Pike stuff. I kind of made it look like it was sitting on a concrete pad, And then the steps are Pike stuff. And the roof, I think, is actually a garage door from Pike stuff that I kind of cut down and modified. Then I use these as the dark brown vertical pieces are gutters. I probably didn't need 4 gutters. Just like I said, it's one of the first attempts. And then all the window frames are from either Walters or Pike stuff, They're good kits, And then, like I said, even like your partial walls and stuff, you can build little buildings and stuff out of them. It's not too bad. It's good material. It's easily cut material. And if you're going to be doing this corrugated looking modern buildings, it works out pretty well. See, get behind there again. Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, it's coming along. I've been working a little bit on details. I don't know. I can't figure out where I want to go next with things. Hey, Trackside Mike, good morning. So for a while, let me mess around with some of this. You have a gondola, make 2 loads for it. One has a regular scrap load to receive and another has scrap bales. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. CP Yard south of Marquette campus in Milwaukee. And then let me see here. Go to this other picture. You guys have seen this area a few times now. But I did add these light poles, put a little sign on the, you can't really see the sign too good on the top of the fruit stand where I'm standing there drinking a cup of coffee, rail fanning. It says Frida's fruit stand. No inside joke. A friend of mine at work. But I ran a little line there for electric and down to a little electric box to that. And strung a bunch of poles up there. There you go, Chris. Tennessee River Union. Been asking me to run his boxcar. I keep forgetting, so I threw it on that train. He wanted me to run it with my CR&E units. So there you go, buddy. If you're still even in here. Chris is a night owl, man. He stays up all night. A lot of nights. Thanks, Mike. I love them signals, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know, that set there, I think was around $50, give or take. Shipping was probably a couple bucks. My son got them for me for Christmas, but it came as a set with both of those cross bucks with signals. There's 4 lights on them. There's signals on both sides, flashers. It does say 2 tracks there. I'm going to have to change that. I just noticed that actually, right underneath the cross bucks, but it's okay. For now, I'll leave it. It's really pretty nice. And it comes all set up. The boards and everything is all set up. It comes on a clear acetate board, thick plastic. And it has all the components mounted on it and already basically plugged in. You have to wire in a couple things, but it's like screw type wiring, no soldering or anything. It's just anything that's not like a plug and play is like the screw thing where you just screw the wire in, tighten it down. And it actually comes with the screws and the little spacers so you can, screw it up to the layout underneath. I mean, everything you need is there. It comes with the sensors, you put between the tracks. Hate to run, but I got to head to another location. Layouts come along nice, Dave. Take care, everyone. All right, Jason. Thanks for popping in. I will check in with you. Let me know how things are going. Let's see. New Haven Royals Model Tech Studios has the AC units, item number. I'll have to check that out. I haven't really looked too hard for them. I thought about trying to scratch build one and just kind of give the impression of it, but I have the 3D printer, so I'd actually like to find a file for it, and then have it. I can print as many of them as I want, So let's see. I hate to run. Okay, I already put that. Oh, hey guys! By the way, do you guys know? If you don't know or you haven't entered it, check out the Train Freaks channel. He's having a contest, subscriber contest. It closes, I want to say next week. I don't remember what day, but it closes next week. So get in there. You can get up to, I think, 5 chances to enter. He's going to do that blackout bingo for it. And if you go in there, there's a little Google link you could click on in the description. It'll take you to the thing where you can answer a bunch of questions off of a specific video. Super easy. And I did it. There was 20 questions. I think for every 5 questions you get right, you get an extra spot on the board to enter. So, yeah, go check that out and enter the contest, man. Don't cost nothing. Hit that button, right, Pappy? So, yeah, check that out. And then also remember, Train Freak Hobbies, Crooked Savings. Use the code Crooked Savings. You get 10% off of decoder installs and track plans. I don't think I've mentioned that in a little while. And Jason's Train Freak Hobbies does sponsor the channel. So it's a nice little discount if you're looking for those things. Thanks, Grandpa Rails. It's thanks to Curly. Lots of tuna out. Wigwag loves tuna. Wigwag in here? He hasn't been able to come in anymore. Maybe he just don't like me anymore. I think his work schedule changed. He has to actually do some work now in the morning. I think he's back in the office. Might be part of it. Been a little while now. Morning, Dave. Stormy Rails. Lee, Enfield Road layout in the loft. Good afternoon. Stream on and listening and building a new project for a layout. Boy, you're always building something. That's awesome. I wish I had the inspiration and the I don't know, energy, whatever you want to call it, to do as much as you do. You're constantly adding, and it's awesome. Good morning, Harry. Morning, Chazco. How you doing, sir? Stormy just saying hi. Maybe he's a federal worker. Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. He went back to work. He was working from home. I think he had to go back in the office. At least certain days. I think Thursday was one of the days he had to go back in. I think. Don't quote me on any of this. I could be lying to you. I feel like that's what I was told. So, yeah, so like these stop signs, I just printed out on paper, really, a stop sign that I found an image on the internet and put it into Word, shrunk it down. That stop sign there is a 3D print Jim Tedesco made up for me. So I just painted it. I think I showed that. I might have showed that last week or on my On Track Tuesday. I can't remember now. And like the little diamond sign back there that has the 12'8" or 12'6", I think it says on it. Too hard to read from there. Same thing on the bridge where it has the low clearance and stuff. Stuff like that makes things just really pop, I think. And Mike, HO Trains. Mike can attest to that. Mike is amazing. If you haven't checked out his channel, I mean, my God, the little detail stuff, Mike, that you do is insane. Insane. Dave, check out scalesigns.com. For signs? Duh. Yeah, no, I've looked at them before. I may pick up some stuff. We'll see. What I want to learn is I need to find a program that's easy to use because I'm a moron when it comes to computers. And I want to be able to put it in here and like make like design signs for my businesses. You know what I mean? And I got a friend of mine, he lives in Florida now, but he used to own a barber shop here. It was called Lamarco's. There's an Italian as his last name, and it was a barber shop. So the barber shop I built in this little Tyco kit that I did that video on where I salvaged it and repurposed it. I was going to name it Lamarco's, but I want to design a sign for it. And tried to do it in Word, kind of got it, but kind of didn't get it. You know, one of those deals. So everybody knows of a pretty easy to use program for Word or for I got a Windows computer or whatever. I'm not a Mac. Federal worker, DOD, Navy, always been in the office. Don't believe all the crap you guys are hearing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think some of it's good intention. I think some of it is just to throw things out there, keep everybody on their toes. I don't know. These weight trucks Mike does are sick, totally awesome. Yeah, I would love to get one of those. Oh, all right. See, I don't really have a maintenance weight train or anything. Like, I don't know, never really been my thing. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, once I finally get my yard built, maybe I might have a small one sitting on a track train. You know what I mean? In the yard. Yeah, they do look nice. I actually have seen them in person. I think Mike has one, and I've seen them at the OVR event. Well, the last one he did wasn't 24. It would have been 23. You had one. I don't know if you gave it to Mike or Bernard. He had it at Bernard's mini prints booth. That's what I should check out too. I wonder if he has any of those air conditioners. I'm sure you can build them if you don't have one. These guys like CSX trucks. Yeah, I do. Well, I have Canadian National. I just don't have like an official, nothing official for them. You know, this is a CSX layout. I do have a few NS locomotives. I got a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CN locomotives. I did get that EJ&E one finally, the Heritage unit. I think Mike does is awesome. Yeah. I actually do have a maintenance away truck. Where did I put that thing? It was a 3D print from Phantom Hobbies. Sean Moore, who in fact unfortunately passed away before Christmas. Um, Chris, Tennessee River has one too. I painted it up with the CR&E logo on it. Actually, I have a CR&E train. I think about it, maintenance away train. It's got the old crane, the old Tyco crane and stuff. There's a Rio Grande, Denver and Rio Grande. I kind of just like patched it out for my railroad. If you go way back in my videos to the old layout, you probably would see it somewhere or another. CNCP, CSX. All right, I would CSX. I'd be interested in. But still think I might turn down that bell. I think it's really cool that the bell rings, but you can adjust the volume, and it actually has like different sounds too. There's a couple of different bell sounds, and then there's also like like a farm animal sound and something else, which would be kind of cool. The farm is right there. It wouldn't be kind of bad, you know. Wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, like I want to figure out with you, Mike, you have a lot of industrial area, a lot of scrap and stuff laying around, like papers and different things like that. Um, like the railroad ties that you cut off of these, like Atlas, Flex Track, and that, they just don't look right. Like it's hard to make them look realistic as like piles of ties laying along the tracks and stuff. So I think I need to cut some like balsa strips or something to do that with, and make some ties that way, or get some ties that like they use for like fast tracks and when you build your own turnouts and things. So this in a real area I live near, which makes it easier in a way to model because you can actually go there visually and look at it. So like I've said before, I have an area I'm modeling. The towns on my layout are real towns. Trying to go kind of like, I don't know, geographically in the proper direction from one town to the next. Like this town's next to that town, next to that town, so on and so forth. But nothing in these towns is prototypical. Like Stony Ridge is a town, but I don't know if there's a concrete plant there, you know. Same thing with Perrysburg. It's either Perrysburg or it might actually be Toledo. One of them has these big grain elevators. It's right on the river. So it's kind of prototypical there, but not really. So, like Weston behind me, there's no Mally's Chocolate in Weston. That Mally's Chocolate's in Cleveland, Brook Park. So it's nowhere near where Weston is. But I thought it'd be cool to model. I always thought that those pink, the pink stylos were cool. You know, and they're not even rail served. It's right along the highway. But, you know, modeler's license, right? Well, hello, hi. How are you, sir? Sorry if I missed you earlier. Well, I could do that too. Jim, we're going to have to walk through this because I do appreciate all the help you give me, and you send me a lot of prints, and you've helped me design things and sent me the files and stuff. I do appreciate that, but I really do need to learn how to do that myself. I mean, I know you say you don't mind, but I know you're really busy and you got a lot of things going on. And like I said, I do appreciate it. This would soak it, and that's empty rail ties. Okay, that's smart. Probably pretty cheap too. All in all, you know. But yeah, I need to learn how to find these things, bring up the files, slice them, dice them, do whatever you got to do to them, and so I can have them and burn them and not have to bug you. That's the whole thing with having a 3D printer, so you can do those things. And like you said, there's a lot of things that are free, a lot of things that are pretty cheap, minimal cost for some of those things. 3 of those dampers so far you've scratched about. That's Toledo with the grain elevators. They now have the nation's largest mural painted on them. I think I saw something with that. Like there was a YouTube video or something of a drone or something. So that's actually Toledo then. Okay. Well, mine's in Perrysburg. So my thinking was originally to put a dock on the side of the layout there with a barge. The model just a little piece of river, with the the steel wall along the bank. Yeah, probably still could, but it's going to cut into the aisle. I'm really trying not to come into the aisle at all. They're 30 inches, and that's good. So trying to keep it at that. The last layout, I was just unhappy with the last layout, the aisle size. That's okay. I appreciate it. So I like to try to keep it to that. He sent you a wall shaker AC file, Dave. Okay. Thanks. I know we talked about it the other day, but I know you've been busy, so I haven't really bugged you too much about it. So let me send it to my other account. There it is. Is that for the Creality, Jim? I know it's like a different type of file. That's another thing. Some of these files I gotta learn how to like switch them over from like STLs or whatever and make them compatible with the Creality printer that I have. So for some reason it's just all confusing to me and I don't know why. So what I need to do with you, Jim, is actually while we're talking and doing it, I need to actually take a notepad and write down the steps on what to do. So I don't know. I'm just a big dope with computers. Morning, Tony. How are you, sir? Okay, folks, duty calls back at it. Have fun today. You too, Mike. Stay safe at work. Good to see you in here. Appreciate that. .3D print. UFH. I've had bad product the 2 times out of 4 ordered 3D printed pieces. You've had no luck with 3D print. Well, like I said, I got a good deal on this printer. It was not this, it was 23, Christmas of 23. So it was like I got a really good deal on a Black Friday deal. Jim he's had this printer. I don't know if you still have this one or not, the Creality one. And he was happy with it. So went ahead and got that. I got the wash station. It's a wash and cure. I don't even use the wash because I use all water soluble, water washable resin. So I don't even use that, to be honest, or the wash part of it, but I use the curing part of it. I think I paid about $100 a piece for those two, which ain't bad for a printer. It's not huge. Let me get over the hump into the 700s. Well, there you go, everybody. Share Hi's channel and see if we can get people to go check them out. Get them into the 700s. Yes. Wooden ties made by Northeastern Scale Lumber, 750 count per bag, look about the size. Wooden matchsticks. Now, did you have to cut them down for HO scale, or do you actually order them in what scale you want them? Morning, Randall. What's going on, buddy? Scale Trains is trying to keep my bank account empty, I'll tell you what. Well, you're retired. You need to go get a job then. Damn it. We're sitting around playing with trains, James. Yeah, I think so too. But we can always promote your channel on our channels and share your video and stuff like that, videos. Yeah. See, that's the stuff I need to learn because, I should be able to convert that here, but I don't know how to do that. And by the time you walk me through it, it'd be just quicker for you just to do it. I'm not learning, but it'd be done. So we'll have to figure out a day when you and I have time. I know I've said it before, maybe on a Saturday or something, or Sunday morning or whatever. I called Jim for a quick question the other day on we're looking at possibly getting a new printer for the house. And I think we talked for about 2 hours. Here's a 5-minute question. And we talked for like 2 hours on the phone. It was good. Oh, well, I had a nap time. Yeah, then it warmed. We got ice. Woke up to ice. Then it got to be like 35, but I think it's dropping again. It says it's 37 now. So probably more rain. And it's not even getting much precipitation now. It looks like. So I don't know. It's just a bitch when you wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, you have to leave the house, and everything's frozen solid. Even when you warm the car up a little bit, it's still, It doesn't have a wrench. Really? Let me see. Let me see about that. Stupid. Come on, damn it. I've got a wrench. Actually, I think Tennessee River Union had to restart his channel as well. So anybody that was subscribed to him that's in here, go resubscribe to him if you don't mind. And then share his channel, get him back up there. All right, Mike, see you later, buddy. It's been a little bit ago. Let me get caught back up here. Extra expired railway ties, yeah. Or some grizzly grates for cooling tower diorama I'm making. I'm sending an embossed version of a great frustrating. Oh, yeah. You're looking for actual see-through. Cooling tower, not cooling tower. I got you. So 82 today, 66. Well, we got a long ways up here before we get to anything close to 67 even. There you go. Thanks, Andy. James needs 62 more to reach 1,000. Oh, wow. There you go. What files? How you doing, my friend? Early Express, member for 16 months. Is he getting better staying caught up on the chat? Sort of. Maybe. Today I'm not doing too bad, I don't think. You know, I get off subject, man, and then forget about it. There's my buddy Artie. What are you doing, man? Quick hello, sorry I'm late. Just got the new Cube computer set up. Oh, okay. Man, I have not caught your show on Saturday in a while. I got to get better at that. So you had to get a new computer? Is that what you say? Is that what you're saying, Artie? James's channel. Oh, that's cool. When are you doing that? You said Saturday? 17. Where are you at, Al? We're 17. No, I'm seeing you up at Amherst, but I don't know where you're coming in from. So that's what I'd like to do. You try to see if you can get that set up in May. If I'm able to come up for the Timonium show, I'd love to go operate on somebody's layout that really does like really prototypical operations. Kind of like when we went over to Steve Johnson's house. But we didn't really do an op. We kind of did an op session, I guess. I guess we did. But like, I'd like to go like when he actually has the whole crew over doing an op session. Of course, his room's pretty small. It wasn't made for big guys like me. And that's the whole reason why I want to keep the aisles here and don't want to encroach into my aisles because of that. Yeah, I see. I went and checked, but yeah. Either way, I'd like to go see that layout, Anthony. You've talked about it before. I think that's when you talked about. I think you tried to get us to go over there last time I came down, but he was unavailable or something. He's out of town, I think. That's your river. Just sub to your channel. Very cool. $74 in Sebring. Stop rubbing it in, man. $95. Yeah, but you guys are in summertime, right? It's always nice when somebody else promotes another channel. Yeah, it is true. A little bit curly, but not in my normal 10, 15 minutes. It's only a few minutes. And I was on time until I had to go back and look at something I missed. Yeah. All right. I take it all back. I unfriend you. I'm not going to come on your Saturday show. I'm not going to even try. Got all those cube computers to do things on. Pretty good so far for something that fits in the palm of a hand. Really? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, where's the QPC? No idea. There you go. Hey, Chris, Motor Trend Aficionado. How you doing, buddy? Look like you had a good time at the show. Man, I was bumming. At first, I was like, yeah, okay, no big deal. It's fine. Went the last couple years. I don't know. I don't know if I'll go back next year or not. I'd like to. It's an expensive trip. Just the trip itself. I'm not even counting like buying stuff at the show. It can add up quick. So, on this junction, Monterey Road. Check out James's channel. Let's get him up over the hump at 1,000. Would you say you need 80 something? Worcester, Mass. Okay. So you're not far from there, from the show then. That's cool. NortheasternScaleLumber.com. Okay. That's what you were talking about the ties. Okay. Oh, up by Chicopee, huh? He lives in Chicopee. You guys ever get together and hang out, Rail fan or anything? Huh. I don't know. I still don't know what that is. Things still up in the air. Mediation starts in March. Things still kind of on hold. Yeah. Well, hopefully hopefully you figure it out one way or the other and be done with it. Just put my first name on my channel so people know my actual name on here. Well, thanks, Greg. It does help. It does help. You know, we'll get used to it here soon. We won't need you to have that on there, but you got one to run the layout first. Tested it and runs good with our heat. So I got a gaming spec one for the main room. I still don't know what it is. 30 by 60. Oh, man. All right, Anthony. I got to see this guy's layout. How far away is that place? Is something you and I can do in a day? If I come down there and he's available? I know you talked about it last time. I think that's the one you talked about, but he wasn't available to do it. Damn it. 2 in the morning there. 62 more subscribers. Okay. We're in Worcester, man. I lived in Lake George area in New York for a few years. Well, he's not too far from Springfield. Because Chicopee's only about, 20 minutes from Springfield. And if you're just up the road from Jason. So, that was one nice thing, though, because Amtrak took us right to Springfield. There's a stop right there. So we went from Cleveland to Springfield. It was like a 12-hour trip. And off Amazon, it's a GMK Tech Cube computer. I still don't know what the hell it is. You said it fits in a palm of a hand? It's not that interested in train shows. Closest one is 2 hours away once a year. I get it. I like to go, especially like Timonium. There's a lot of guys that we know down in the Maryland area. Amherst, people come from all over. So you run into people, and I find that the most interesting, just to meet up with people. And I get some deals here and there. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy seeing the layouts and shopping around, seeing what you can find. But that's my least favorite part of it, really. It's the getting together. It's the going out and having a bite to eat and everything like that. And just shooting the breeze, enjoying each other's company. Like we did in Reading with the meet and greet that Sparky had last year. He's done many of them, but the one last May. Any word on what's going on this year? Is anybody putting one on? Is he putting one on or anything? Here's 5 inches by 5 inches and 1 3 inches thick. Oh, so that's not too bad then. It's just around the corner. Shit, I'd be over that guy's house all the time. You got to become really good friends with him. Really, really good friends so you can hang out. Come on, man. Let's get on that, Anthony. Counting on you. You got 76. The slacker compared to you guys is south of 300 subs here. Well, that's okay. I mean, I was shocked when I got 100 subs. Yeah, I didn't think anybody would sub to this channel. I'm just shy of 3,000 now. I'm at 2820 or something like that now. But I feel like I got to the first 1,000 fairly quick within the first year somehow. I don't know how, but I did. Just sometimes you just got to somehow you just kind of hit things in the right time, like during the pandemic, a lot of guys started channels and grew pretty quick because everybody was home. Everybody was home doing stuff in their layout, watching YouTube all day and doing stuff. People are back to work and they don't watch as much. Hi and Helmy Express is what H&H Express stands for. Now I'm really far behind here, Curly. Hey, good morning, John. Making some good progress there on your layout. The guy in Dahlgren. Now it's 700, hoping it stays and grows more. Yeah. That's the thing, with YouTube, one day you're at a certain number, then you'll gain all of a sudden 3, 4, 5, 10. Then a few days later, you lose 10 somehow, So I don't know I don't know why. And you'll kind of even out. And 448 is where Artie is. Greg had a missed train show that you and Cowboy Steve went to in Columbus. Hope there's another show in the near future we can hit. Yeah. Trying to think. I don't know. People say that one in Toledo is not as good as it used to be. I don't know if that's in the fall or the spring. The one in Kirtland, Ohio, which is up by me, is about 10 minutes from me. It's up at Lakeland Community College. That's usually around St. Patrick's Day. That's usually a pretty good one. That's one of the ones I started going to when I was a kid. That's been around for a long time. And it's nowhere near the size of Amherst. Nothing's near the size of Amherst or even Timonium. There's one in October here at the Cuyahoga County Fairgrounds. And that one's a good size. That's usually early October. Not sure if there's anything else coming up around the Columbus area or anywhere else for that matter. Okay, hi. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here too. It's 10 o'clock. I'm just trying to catch up. Take care, John. Happy birthday. 135. Oh, hey. Start. So, it's what it is, man. I don't know. I don't know what you guys see when watching this stuff. I appreciate it. I just, it just humbles me that guys tune in. Guys like to watch what I'm doing. Like to come here and hear me just ramble on for an hour on Thursday mornings. Yeah, that's on your new channel. That's what I'm saying. You guys would go over. Too bad you couldn't transfer the subs from the old channel to the new channel. Like automatically would be nice, 145 now. Okay, well, there you go. See, you just got 10 you didn't know you had. Yeah, they definitely do. It's weird, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense. So you haven't been to a train show since 2018 in Australia. Yeah. Do they have quite a few over there? Like, there's always seems to be something around the country here. Ohio has a decent amount. I think there was one a week or two ago in Medina. I think there was another one in Columbus that was in January. But it was weird because they had one in December as well. And that one, to me, was kind of a bust. Like I said, the Great American Train Show is coming here. Weekend of Valentine's, 13th, something like that. But I went to it last year, and it was not good. And I think it was the first time they did it. Maybe it'll be better this year. I'm tempted to go. I don't know. It's at the IX Center by the airport. So, I mean, it's in a big building, but they only use a small part of it, which is fine because the place is huge. It used to be a tank manufacturing plant. I think they actually did planes and stuff there, too, during the Second World War. We do have them everywhere, but it's always the same layouts. It got boring. Yeah. Well, that's true. That's kind of true here, too, because you will see a lot of the same vendors. They just travel around. That's kind of what they do. And it's the same prices. They don't come down on their prices. They won't negotiate, most of them, especially the ones that have like new products, like from Walters and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to say the same thing I said to you last time. No, thank you. Never mind. Let's see. Greg says, thanks again for the live stream, Dave. I hope by next week I'll have a video posted on the logging incline I'm working on. Yeah, heck yeah, man. I'd like to see it. And you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping in. Chris has to go eat and get to work. Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to go do the same thing. Belly's starting to grumble, and that's never a good thing. Yeah, remember, guys, check out all these channels, man. Give them some love if you haven't already. If you subscribe, great. If not, watch a video, say hi, promote it, share it, like it, all that stuff. Helps everybody out. Went to the Great American Train Show in Novi, Michigan last year. Not going back. I agree with you. Yeah, it was kind of like just a lot of junk there. I don't know. I went to that over going to the Lakeland show that I was just talking about in Kirtland, and I was very disappointed that I did that. They build it as this spectacular thing, I'm like, oh, okay, it's at the IX Center. It's probably going to be double the size. All this room, all these vendors. I hate to knock something. It's something maybe just getting started, but there was a lot of kids stuff, a lot of like toy layouts, the Thomas the Tank Train running around the kids could ride on, which was cool. I'm okay with that. Might have been a couple of layouts there, but most of the vendors had nothing but just like garbage for sale, really. I don't know. I had my wife with me. She was not impressed either, so. Thanks for the live stream, Dave. See you in the next one. I'll be putting a live stream on my channel Sunday at 6 UK time. Okay. Thanks for coming in. See you, Dave, BNSF. Well, that too. I get it. A lot of these club layouts, they kind of go to all the local shows. It gets, people interested in them, people joining, things like that. So I get it. You're going to have the same modules set up and that. Maybe run some different trains, but that I could kind of understand, But it's the same vendors. They have the same products. And a lot of them won't wheel and deal. And I know they got to make money too, but at the same time, If I'm going to pay full price, I can just pay full price. I'll go support a local hobby shop somewhere, or if you have one, instead of some vendor that wants full price for stuff. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to get into a rant. It's the same thing always. Like I said, I enjoy seeing people I haven't seen, people I know in the hobby. You know, that's what I like to go for more than anything else. And if I find a deal, I find it. Yeah, same here, Artie. You know, most of the stuff I get, I buy online anyways. There's one little hobby shop here, talking about local hobby shop. Artie, you went to it with me. It's pretty cool. But a lot of used stuff in there, which is not a bad thing necessarily. I'm not knocking it, but he's another guy. He won't come down off of any prices. It's like, dude, this thing was here the last 7 times I've been in here. 10 times I've been in here. You know, I'll go in there if I need something right away that I know he has. You know, some styrene or something, you know. But he's got the same things that he's had at the same price. He won't discount, he won't wheel and deal, nothing. Yeah, it's in Richmond was small, but I got some great deals. Forget the big vendors, go to the small tables. Yeah, Anthony, you're not wrong there. I definitely had better luck with the smaller vendors. Sometimes you get the guys a wheel and deal that have like, you know, the cardboard flats full of like used, let's say Tyco type cars, but Tyco, Accurail, stuff like that. So sometimes, you know, I will find good deals on stuff in those types of flats and stuff. Yes, Joe, you are late. You should be ashamed of yourself. I no longer wish you a happy birthday from yesterday, but happy birthday. Just teasing you, man. So, the train show Saturday morning in Jacksonville. I've been to it several times and don't go to it as I used to. Yeah, it does, you know, especially if you attend multiple shows in a year. You know, it gets kind of boring, you know. I don't usually stay long unless it's like Timonium. I'll stay a little bit because there's a lot of guys, you know, and a lot of guys that, you know, we're friends with that we'll hang out with at the show and shoot the breeze and take some photos and stuff like that. But when it's like a local show here and I don't really know anybody, because you know, that's a shame. I don't really know any of the local guys. We got a lot of O-scale people around here, which nothing is O-scale, but I don't model it. And they have different issues than what HO has and N-scale has. Yeah, see, that's good. Get to know the guys at the hobby shop. Maybe if I went to that hobby shop party more often and got to know the guy better, maybe he'd be more willing to make a deal. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. And I love buying kits. I love covered hopper kits. Accurail, Blue Box, Roundhouse. Oh, the cake. I got you. I had to think for a minute. We used to have a really good hobby shop, and then they decided to close. And they went online, then they closed. Now they're trying to come back, and screw them. Went to one in Jacksonville many years ago, Waycross. There's a Seaboard local sitting outside of there. Floyd, where are you at? Where do you live at? So anyways, guys, I think I am going to wrap it up. I might try to paint this my jack crane today, paint it yellow, finish up with that, get it decaled and stuff. We'll see. See if I can make use of my new airbrush I got for Christmas. I haven't even used it yet. So you guys, turns out it will be much cheaper for you from him, even with the $40 postage. All right, guys. Well, Greg at Buckeye Western, if you do find a show and you want to get together and go to it, let me know. My email is in the description somewhere. And we can maybe hook up and do that. $3, Dave, $3. Crooked River Railroad at gmail.com. So there's the email. If you guys need to get a hold of me or what have you. Thank you, Jim. Make sure you catch Jim tonight, 6 p.m. for Short Line Thursday. Appreciate that, Joe. Don't forget to go check out the Train Freak as well. He's got that contest going on. Closes next week. I can't remember what day. If it's Valentine's Day or I don't know. Just go check it out. There's a link to a little Google form. You don't have to go do that. Just by being subscribed and saying, I think that you're in, or I think you have to go to the forum and say which scale. He's going to have an HO and an N scale prize. And doing that blackout bingo that he does, it's pretty fun. But the more questions you answer and get right, there's a video you got to watch to get the answers off of. Very simple. You can get up to 5 entries, 5 spots on that bingo card. So go give it a try. Don't cost nothing. So he's got a video up about it. I think it was it 2,000 subscribers or 3,000? I don't remember now how many subscribers, but it's a subscriber milestone contest he's throwing. There's 2 locomotives. One is the Maersk FP40 something or another. And I could be totally wrong on that. And the other one is a switcher, a cotton belt switcher, HO scale. The N scale is the Maersk. And then the cotton belt is a switcher for HO scale. But pretty cool prizes, man. Again, don't cost nothing. Sometime next week it's closed. I don't remember what day, though. All right, guys. I'll catch you around the other streams. We're going to see on Jim's channel tonight. And again, Jim, I got to get with you and figure this out. But I appreciate you sending me the file for those air conditioners. All right. Everybody have a great day. Have a great weekend. Talk to you next time. Bye for now.